Subtitles make videos more accessible for handicapped people. That's my main motivation, to do my subtitles as best as I can and in many languages. The other reason is that subtitles in your language can help to better understand the content. In this video, I want to share the best way I found to generate them along with a few important tips and tricks. YouTube provides some really useful features to create subtitles and translations. However, it took me a few tries and a lot of effort to find the best way to add acceptable subtitles to my videos. That's why I'm sharing some insights and results with you here. First, we need the text for the subtitles. I will explain how to effectively generate the text files and what format works best. A few tips and tricks will help you to avoid frustration from incomplete subtitles, wrong characters, etc. And then I will demonstrate an example how to efficiently translate the subtitles, titles and descriptions into 20+ languages. You can do something to support the channel. Just like the video and subscribe the channel. Let's do a concrete example now. Recently, I uploaded an extra episode about the optimization of photovoltaic electricity generation. In case you're interested on that topic, you will find a number of extra episodes on my channel where I'm using interesting simulation tools. In YouTube Studio, we find the latest upload on top of the content section. We go to Subtitles. This view is giving us a good overview on the status of our subtitles. In my case, it is indicating that the subtitles of the older videos are translated to 23 languages, while for the new one it indicates only one language, which is the original video language. We click the new video for the details. Shortly after the upload, there is no subtitle created yet. Now we just have to wait for a few days. This is the way you can go when you have no script. In case you have a correct script, you can skip the next minutes. After a few days, we open again the subtitles section. We find that YouTube has created subtitles automatically in the original language. And you can download it by choosing one of these text files, which are even containing the timestamps. I download all the three options just out of curiosity, but later on I will use the SRT file. My experience with the YouTube automatic speech recognition is extremely good, as you can see from the example clip here. Of course, it doesn't set punctuation marks as question marks, for example. That's understandable, because this would require the speech recognition algorithm to gain a deep understanding of the content. However, sometimes I also found a misinterpretation of single words, like here. It should be the azimuth angle instead of the ultimate angle. Later, I tried to say the word autarky for being independent from the mains network, but the interpretation was Otaki, which is a river in Australia. Okay, my English pronunciation is not the best. That might be my mistake. But in any case, we should check and correct the text before we publish the video. By the way, you can do this in private status of the video, so nobody else can access it in this state. Now back to the downloaded files. You can choose probably any kind of text editor for this. I'm using Microsoft Word here. I open the SRT file that I downloaded from YouTube. As said, in case you have no script at all, this is a very good basis to create one. You can make corrections and insert your interpunctuation marks. You can either leave the timestamps or you can remove them to get your pure script. In the latter case, YouTube regenerates the timestamps. Now, this is one way to get a script. My approach is usually a bit different. I'm always creating a storyboard which contains my script text. This method simply turned out to be the best for me to create my videos. In order to extract my script from the storyboard, I just delete additional information. And this way I simply get my text for the subtitles, which typically looks like this. Now I have a very important hint. We need to store this in a special text format. I thought that there is only one text format, but there is actually way more of them. You need to choose the Unicode UTF-8 format when you save your text. Otherwise, you will have funny effects in your subtitles caused by the misinterpretation of some characters. Okay, now we are going to upload our correct subtitles. We open again the subtitles section. Now we can delete the text which was automatically generated, and after that we upload the subtitles text file which we saved before in the UTF-8 format. As I have no timestamps, I have to indicate this accordingly here. Then we choose our file which we prepared before. After the upload, we cannot see the timestamps immediately. They only come some minutes after saving this. Once this step is finished, we can check out our text and timestamps together with the video. My experience is that the automatic timestamps are working pretty well. Of course, your spoken text should be close to the script text. The automatic generated subtitles we can delete now. Now we come to another very powerful feature, which is the automatic translation. We could add a number of languages here. Once the language is chosen, we can open the subtitles to generate the subtitles in the new language. And here we find a nice feature, which is the automatic translation. We get immediately the script in the new language, including the timestamps. Of course, we can cross-check the translated text. For example, I choose first to translate from English to German, because as a native German speaker, I can judge about the quality of the translation. My experience for the translation from English to German is very good. Well, sometimes a human German speaker would have found better words, but overall, I couldn't find anything serious to criticize. Next, I try a difficult language from another culture. Okay, that job was also done within a few seconds. We get the text in Chinese, including all the timestamps. But in this case, I needed a friend who is a native speaker to judge about the translation quality. Our investigations are ongoing, but the first feedback was encouraging. That motivated me to translate the subtitles also into a number of other languages. And you are invited to give your feedback in the comments concerning your native language. In the case of Chinese, I decided to translate also the title and the description of the videos. Unfortunately, for this there is no automatic translation available in YouTube. So I used Google Translator for this purpose. As this is a matter of copy and paste, it makes a lot of sense to do this for several languages at the same time. You can save a number of copy actions when you do it in parallel. However, you need to take care not to confuse languages. The insights and the summary. We learned an effective method to generate a video script in case we don't have one. The YouTube translation and the presentation of subtitles works pretty well, according to the first feedback from native speakers. And here I also want to encourage you to give your comments. I hope my videos are getting more accessible for deaf people, because they can read subtitles in English or in their own language now. Since my English pronunciation is not really the greatest, it might also help everybody else to better understand what I'm trying to say. An important hint is the use of the format Unicode UTF-8. And what comes next? Maybe somebody has an idea how to perform subtitles text-to-speech on YouTube? Again, comments are most welcome. Now, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and support the channel. See you soon in the coming episodes.